Ladies and gentlemen, we are under attack. Not just by terrorists in the jungles of Africa, yes, the Islamists with their guns. No, we are under attack by the global system. The one that thrives on silence. The ones that thrives on complicity. The ones that thrives on distractions. That's what we are under attack on. Because when crazy stuff happen around the world, usually you'll tune into the BBC, the British Broadcasting Corporation. Yeah, you'll tune into that. Maybe you'll tune into Al Jazeera. Maybe you'll tune into CNN and these national broadcasting TV. Whoa, the global ones. But today, no, that doesn't happen anymore. Nothing. And you gotta tune into the Baraka Show, a guy with 72,000 subscribers, silence everywhere, to get the real story. And yes, we do have a real story, and it's very bad. I usually come to you with visual evidence, but this one, I'm sorry guys, the visual evidence, even picture themselves, even just reading the notes that we have here, is already bad. And with this law that the government has pushed, the what you call it, the Online Act, the Online Safety Act. With this law, it's going to get even harder for me to report things like this. It will. So soon, I'm going to have to be maybe a little bit complicit, or maybe I'm going to have to keep the information closely guarded, and you can go find it on my Patreon. The link is in the description. Now, let's get into this story. In Democratic Republic of Congo, massacre happened. 43 people dead. Homes burned. Children were kidnapped. And the media, of course, as I mentioned, they are silence. Nothing to say. Nothing to report. Now here's the full report to you. I want to give it to you. So it started at 1 a.m. in the town of Komanda in Ituri province. A Catholic church was stormed by ADF, stands for Allied Democratic Forces, militant group, a group that has ties to Islamic State of Central Africa province. Yeah, these guys are not in Syria anymore. They're not just in Syria, Al-Qaeda, all these. No, they are going to Africa as well. They're in the UK too. We just have good technology to stop them before they do the crazy stuff that they always do. But in Africa, those guys, the leaders, they like to do a lot of corruption stuff, so they don't really invest into surveillance systems to make sure these things don't happen. And I want to tell you how the police responded in Congo. It just annoys you when something bad happens, because the country itself the leaders are incompetent to prevent it from happening. Then after it takes place, for them to come and help it out, it's like they don't want to. It's like they were forced to turn up to come fix it after 43 people are dead. Just a quick pause, guys. I need your help. We need your help, because this machine have tried everything. They've deplatformed us once. They've shadow banned us, as you can see from the views. Blacklisted us, and the channel remains demonetized. You want to know why? Because we report on something that they don't want you to know. But guess what? We're still here. We're still standing, broadcasting raw, unfiltered truth right through the technocrat machine that they want you to live in. They want your system. They want everybody to live in this machine, so then they can surveil and control and see what you're saying, see what you're not saying. But we resist that. But I have to be honest with you, yeah, we are running a little bit thin, and we need your help to keep this channel alive, because the bills, they can't pay themselves, as we already know it. The system, the server, the little crew that we got, the little studio that we have right now, it's all powered by you. All the donation that we get, it keeps this alive. It keeps the crew alive. And yes, I get it. They want to silence us. They want to shut down the show, because yeah, it's the last firewall between you and the psychological warfare that they call news. Because we tell the truth. We don't control the news. We give it to you raw, and you make your own decision with it. But here's the good news though, because there's many of us than them. Because we got a lot of freedom-loving warriors here listening to us like you. So I'm asking you, every listener who can chip in a few quid a month or once, not only gonna make us survive, but expand the team and expand the mission. So I'm asking you to keep us on air, keep the mission alive, and keep this voice on chain. Not just my voice, many other people who are asking for help too. So if you're able to, if you can, go to the link in the description, the first link in the description, just leave something, leave a donation. It could be 50p, it could be £50, 500, it could be anything. We appreciate it. And I want you to know this is not charity, this is a resistance. We're not here to beg, we're here to fight, as you already been seeing us fight. But with your help, we win, and we always win, always. Let's get back into the video. So, and you might be asking, Barak, this happened at 1 a.m. Why are these guys in church at 1 a.m.? Well, that's a long service. Yes, indeed, it's a long service, because I've not seen this a lot in the UK, in a lot of UK churches, but I've seen it from a lot of black-run church, from American, blacks, American, Africans. They do this a lot, where they go to church, they stay overnight, and they pray. They have like a joint pray. It could be one night, it could be 3 nights, it could be 5 days. Yeah, and I've attended one of them as well when I was young. Yes, my parents sent me, my sisters, and my brothers to attend one of them, and we're there overnight. Obviously, there was food there. You don't really properly eat. You eat probably like, you drink a lot of water for sure. And you do a lot of singing. You do a lot of praying. And it's very energetically holy. For as far as I can remember, because I think I was probably 7 years old back then. I was in the choir. I was doing the drum. I forgot how to do it now. I like the guitar more now. Yeah, it's right there. I like the guitar. So I attended those things, and that's what happened here. These guys were there doing the praying, the singing, the dancing, the fellowship, praying, lifting up the Jesus Christ, shouting from the top of their lung how grateful they are of God. And they're doing that overnight, no sleep. They sleep in the day. At night time, they go back to church and do it again. It's like a night prayer. It's like a vigil. And they usually do this before, maybe before a holy week or before a festival. They do this. So let's say they have like a huge church event happening a month from now. Then they'll start doing these things to prepare themselves ready for this holy event. And yeah, and they did that. But obviously they didn't get back to go home, because the Islamists turned up at 1 a.m. and killed everybody. Yes, everybody dead. Pastors, children, mothers, all these people, whoever was in that church. Yeah, the church got burned. The cars that were outside parked got burned. The people that were cutting their throats. Yeah, nobody survived. I've not seen any reporting on survivors, but it seemed like 43 people dead. Done. And that's the story here. Now, of course, I don't just give you the story. I give you more than the story, so then you are equipped with information to go out there and maybe tell to somebody else. Because I know how information really works. Well, maybe I got a little understanding of how it works. Because if I just give you 100% of the information, if you were to spread it to somebody else, you'll probably give them, not 100% of course, because you're going to forget some of them, you're probably going to give them 60%. So my goal here is to give you 200% of the information. So then if you was to go give it to your son, your nephew, your sisters, your brothers, your friends, then they're able to get at least 100% too. That's why my information are always, and that's why the videos are always longer, because I'm trying to I'm trying to make you understand everything that I can possibly give you. Now, this thing was reported on radio or Okapi. That it was reported that these people were killed, And guess how many police the Democratic Republic of Congo sent? You would think they'll send the whole army, right? Catch these fuckers, man. Catch these guys before they go away. Catch these Islamists. What are we doing? Let's get these guys in jail real quick and give them death penalty, whatever that could be. You would think that, right? Yeah. But guess how many armies they sent? Guess how many? 200? 500? No, that's too much. That's too much. They only sent 10 people. 10 army guys. Imagine, it's like, yeah, just send these 10 army guys so they could be, when people are taking pictures, we can see one guy standing with a gun patrolling the area. That's how many people they sent. Are you insane? What? Okay. Now, let's get more into this Allied Democratic forces, right? These guys originally came from Uganda. They were radicalized in Congo, but obviously originally from Uganda. And now they're flying the ISIS ban all over the continent of Africa now. They pledged their allegiance in 2019. And then they start targeting the churches, schools, villages, anywhere where there's people, anywhere there's gathering of more than 2 people, they will go out there and kill them all. Yeah, that's what these guys do now. So they pledge their allegiance, like, yes sir, we're gonna go and do it. And now all they do in Congo is just go and kill people. So of course they're not just rebels, they're not resistant, they're terrorists. And somehow, with how the Congo government is responding, it seemed like they are being allowed to thrive in the country and being allowed to expand and even have postal address. I don't know if they do, but I will not be surprised if they actually do. Hey, if you want to hire us, here's the postal address. We can, send us an email here, because it seemed like that's that way. How are you sending 10 people to go take care of this massacre that just happened? That's insane. The whole country should be upside down. Are you crazy? The whole army should be patrolling the whole country. Get these guys in jail as soon as possible. Just a quick pause for today's sponsor, the Levante teleprompter. Have you ever wondered how TV hosts and TV stars they somehow manage to speak fluently, with no lagging, with no stuttering, in front of the camera? Yeah, I've been wondering to myself until I discovered, hey, they use a teleprompter, which projects their screen in front of their lens and they're able to read it. Here's how it works. It's really simple. First, you place your video recording device, like a phone, camera, or any sort of device that you're using to film yourself inside the teleprompter. Second, and the last part of this whole thing, is you use a tablet or another device to display your script in front of the camera. And that's it. You're up to go. And now you can read the word and you can talk like me, fluently. Yes, no stuttering. And everybody's looking at you and be like, wow, where did he go to school? No, there's words in front of the screen. Yes. Your viewers will not notice. Why? Because the Levante teleprompter helps you to stay smooth, professional, and to product presentation video that somebody can watch and be like, wow. You can host talk shows and more. For more information about this, the link is in the description. Please go check out Levante teleprompter. It's a budget-friendly teleprompter that costs only £46 on Amazon. That's how cheap it is. Levante teleprompter, thank you for sponsoring this video. And now, guys, let's get back into today's segment. Let's go. Now, of course, when you hear about Congo, the only thing you hear about is like, the mineral, natural resources, rich country, yes. And that is correct. Yeah, it is correct that they got a lot of rich mineral areas in the country. They have over 130 armed group operating in these areas. Yeah, all of them want to get something. Everybody's fighting for something. And what they're fighting for cobalt, gold, diamond, all these things that you put on your phone. The reason why I have this laptop right now is because of the cobalt in the battery. The reason why these climate change infused activists, I might say, come out and say, hey, climate change is the biggest threat. Oh, drive electrical car. The reason why they can do that is because cobalt is in their battery. The reason why Tesla exists and they're thriving because their battery has cobalt in it. The reason why Apple and all batteries, yes. And of course, your technology, your fridge, the lights, everything here has these. So of course, the big guys at the top are ranking in billions of pounds. So that's why I'm not surprised when stuff happens in these countries, they don't report on it. Because if a lot of people come together and start hearing these news, they'll get angry and they'll demand changes. And if they demand change, that means they'll demand more protection. And if they demand protection, the prices for these cheap cobalt will go up because now people have to pay for protection. People have to patrol in the street. So you don't get these news on BBC anymore or Al Jazeera or CNN because why would they cover it? Because the biggest donor is probably making money from this chaos. And of course, the Congo is the biggest, the leaders are the biggest problem in Congo. I don't know how they would let this go on. So I don't want to go for too long. I've gave you enough information for you to know what's going on. But 43 dead in the church and not a beep from the mainstream media. And of course, I'm not surprised, and you should not be surprised too. Why? Because as I said, it doesn't fit the narrative. The narrative is climate change is the biggest threat. We got to do all this. Stop doing this, stop doing that. This is the best, this is the best. Okay, cool. Drive electrical cars by 2035. Deindustrialize everything by 2035, 2050, whatever. And then we're going to rely on electrical batteries. So we're going to rely on batteries. And where the batteries are coming from? Countries like this. But of course, we can't report what's going on in these countries because people are dying. So if we report, therefore people will know what's going on and people will want change. And then that's going to cost a lot for us to exploit these countries. I did make a documentary about Congo being exploited by China.
What you're looking at is this mining pit in Kolwezi, stored in none other than Democratic Republic of Congo. This giant country used to be called Zaire.
Mobutu returned to the country he's plundered to the acclaim of thousands.
And this is cobalt.
Cobalt.
Cobalt mine.
This is what people in this region are digging and dying for.
And the Democratic Republic of Congo is sitting on 70% of world's cobalt. And this has brought in unwanted guests into the poor country.
That's the news for you today. Do what you wish with it. Without further ado, thank you so much for watching. Hand to the head, salute. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye. You've been silenced for very long, and every time you try to resist, they put you in jail.
For my children.
You've controlled your mind for so long to the point where you let them decide what your kids should learn, what gender they will be. And now you've let them to come for the whole nation, destroying what Britain once stood up for. They use this media machine not to report the facts to you, but to tell you what to think and what you should do.
Always be careful.
They're hiding the facts behind the noise, and they're recruiting pedophiles to tell you how to behave. And these politicians you meant to protect you, they're out there smashing your head on the ground. And no jail time for them. This road we've been on has been very dark for a very long time, and it's time to shine a light on the truth and advocate for justice. We the people make the nation, and if we don't stand up and advocate for justice, then we certainly won't make this nation great again. So we have to create a place for that, a place that can contribute to a more informed society. And that place is Next Frontier Media.